Hi all, welcome back for more Empyrion. And as you can see, we have gone ahead and made some changes here to the greenhouse area. We've also been doing a little bit of work off camera with the farm, and I will walk you through it, but first we have to get this party started. Welcome back, everybody. We are in Empyrion once again, and as you can see, I am standing in a rather large room. So yeah, we've gone ahead, we've gotten the oxygen system in place. Now I'm going to show you what we've done, right? So we are at the farm, and what we have done is we've converted a bunch of stuff over. So we've taken the crop plots that were over here on both sides. We have replace those with what will effectively be a landing area for small HVs or SVs. We have the new hangar area, which was the larger crop area, and as you can see, we did put a oxygenator in here, and I think I'm actually going to take these things out. They are ridiculously expensive power-wise, so yeah, so I'm probably going to go ahead and take those out. And for those who have been paying attention in the community area, I've actually been having a couple of conversations about these things. So right now, there's only a couple of things that are actually airtight. The hangar doors are obviously airtight. All of the regular blocks, concrete, whatever, these are all airtight. Now, in certain areas, let's use this as an example. This area here, because it meets at the corner, is not actually airtight. You will lose a little bit of oxygen here. Basically, if I turn on the oxygen, that's actually, as you can hear, it is starting to pressurize. So let's go in. Now, I don't know if this has changed yet or not. Okay. So we're going to turn this thing on. All right. Let's close this door, not that it really matters. And have we used all of our oxygen? We may have actually burned through all of our oxygen. Let's take a look really quick. No, we still have oxygen. Okay. There we go. So, when you look at this, it tells you basically each cube, you know, where's your oxygen coming in at, where it's going to leak from. Now, the doors, you will get one block carryover here, even though the door is technically here. It counts in the cube, so this cube is actually airtight. It's when you step out of that cube that you lose the air. Now, the reason you see them sticking through here is because those are actually just the half walls. So they are still technically airtight. Okay, and they did fix it. Originally when I did this, we were still getting oxygen bleed through here. So, but as you can see, let me see if I can get up there. Oh, yes, made it. So the windows are airtight, right? The doors are airtight, and the full blocks and even the half blocks are airtight. So what this means is that once you have it pressurized, you don't lose any of the oxygen that's in there. Now, if you come over here, this door here, as you know, is actually seated on this block. So if we turn this one on, turn that on, right, so we get O2. Oh, looks like they may have fixed it. See, so originally what was happening is that the O2 would actually bleed through over here. But it looks like they may have fixed it. And then see, we're getting a little bit of O2 there because again, those are just the walls. So they don't, while they are full block areas and they do count as being sealed, the O2 markers sit in the middle of the block, as you can see here. So regardless of what's going on around it, as long as it's sealed, you're fine. But because of the fact that we have openings here, this upper area would not be airtight, so the O2 stops here. Basically, this is where it's bleeding out. Alright, so that's how the O2 system works. Okay. At least, you know, in a nutshell. We're going to turn that off. And then it goes away. Now, if you wanted to, you could depressurize this area. One of the things I wanted to point out. So, when this is active, and this door is closed, you see it pressurize, right? The door doesn't have a force field, so if the door is open, you are technically venting O2 at this point. Just something to keep in mind. So when you're in space, you will see it a little bit better, but for now, is what it is. All right. So for an initial implementation of an O2 system, it's pretty good. I like the fact that we can look at the markers as well. That helps a lot. Right, so go ahead and turn that off. Alright, so now that we've got that done, so we have our base. Actually turned out pretty good. I actually like the way that this turned out. We are in a somewhat, I don't want to say hostile area. There are critters around. Some of them are nicer than others. And I want a little bit of dino steak. I'm feeling a triceratops steak coming on. Ooh, nice. That's what I like to see. Alright. So let's close this up really quick. Since we have our jetpack, we can come up here. And I'm going to throw this in there. We're going to grab a couple of these really quick. And what I want to do today is I actually want to get started with building a small SV. Now, the reason being is we have already explored most of the planet. We know where pretty much everything is at this point, right? So what we're going to do is, yeah, we have found everything except 2 magnesium. So we're really good for resources, for at least locating resources for right now. What we do want to do though is I do need to get rid of the drone base, which is going to be over here somewhere, right? That's large residential drone base. But we want to get rid of that. And it is one of the new drone base POIs. So what I want to do is to get the SV up and running, and then we're going to take a little flight over there and nuke it. So, alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start getting parts made, and we will be right back. Hi all, and we're back. So, I've been working on the ship. We've actually got our SV ready to go. We've got a couple of guns on it. We've got a rocket launcher up there. Let me show you what we've been working on. So, you know, I was feeling a little inspired, watching some old videos while I was working. So I decided to build one. Why not, right? It may look a little iconic, right? So I do need to get a lot of texture work on it, but for now, it works. Alright, so let's go ahead and reload. Go ahead and reload this. And let's see, we are heading pretty much due west is where we need to be going, right? Alright, so yeah, I was just out, you know, having some fun with that. I was like, you know, I haven't actually done a theme build before, so figured might as well have some fun with it. So I do need to get the things textured up. Once I get it textured up, it's going to look a lot better. I need to do a little bit of detail work on the main chassis as well, but it turned out pretty good, I think. You know, considering it's, you know, not something that was ever intended to really be built in this particular game, but so what I will probably do is once I get slightly bigger engines. If I can get, depending on the size of the engines that I can get, what I'll do is I'll remove what we have on here, and we'll put bigger engines on it eventually. Okay, so we now have the drone base up ahead. Let's make sure that is the drone base, correct? Yes, it is. Okay. Is that all the drone? What's next? That's a Crash Titan, but that's not the Crash Titan. That's a small outpost. Interesting. There's a small outpost there. As many times as I've circled this area and didn't see that before. Alright, so we are loaded. We need to be careful because this thing is a little bit higher profile than most of my builds have been lately. Okay, that gives us a good idea that we're... Whoa, hello. Ooh, that's a whole lot of laser fire. Should be green. No, I guess those are technically, they should be red, right? Alright, so are we close enough? We may not be close enough. Oh, that's a little closer than I had intended, I think. Alright. Alright, so look like we may have gotten one of them. Ooh, that's close, that's close, that's really close. That's really close. Okay. We're gonna start aiming for the red dots there. Quick. Ow. We just lost a bunch of stuff. Oh, that's not good. What did we lose? Ow. Oh, so now we have to go back and see what we lost. It looked like we lost the core, we lost a whole lot of ammo. That wasn't good. We did at least... I'm feeling cold, and apparently... Oh, are you kidding me? Why am I not able to... Hello? Oh, you have to manually activate these things now? Oh, that's annoying. And my mini bike has fallen through the world. Alright, it's gonna be one of those days. Alright, so if this ever happens to you, let me show you how you can fix this really quick. You hit your little tilde. You hit... Oh, what is it? God mode, I believe. Yes. And then you can clip through the world to get stuff. Oop. Go ahead and turn that off. Alright. Actually, before we do that, let's go make a new core. We have to go get our ship. Oh, we lost a whole bunch of stuff. Okay. So I think what we're going to do then is we're gonna go do a little bit of asteroid mining. I'm gonna pick up some sathium so that we can get the core, or not the core, but get the armored blocks up so that we can build this thing up a little bit so it'll be able to take a bit more of a beating. Okay, so we have that. Is there anything else I really need to take with me? Let's take some power just in case. I was right the first time. Oh, alright. And then we're going to trek all the way over there. And I think what we're going to do is, because that's going to be a long, boring ride, I'm going to go ahead and call it here, because we did crash behind the mountain, so it's not going to be like any risk or anything. It really is just getting over there, get things added to it, and get it back. So I'm going to call this one here. If you enjoyed it, make sure you hit that like button. If you haven't done so already, subscribe for more. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to throw them down in the section below the video. Can we... Anyway, I hope everybody has a fantastic day. Have a terrific weekend, and we will see you back here next time for more Empyrion. As always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody. Yay! Bike ride for days.